gone to a concert in in Anchorage, and I was driving back from the concert with my daughter, and I was driving down this road and had to make a turn onto a highway, and I drove right into the ditch, and I'm going, wow, this is really odd. And she was kind of freaked out, and I was kind of freaked out, and I thought, something's wrong here, and finally got up on the street again, and was just kind of moving my hands. She was moving her hands, and I realized that I couldn't see her hands, and I couldn't see my hands. And this is quite dark. It's in the evening of in October, and really didn't know what to think about it. And next day I went to work, and I noticed that there was flashes. I was looking at flashes all the time in my eyes, and I thought, yeah, this is pretty strange. Family physician, she sent me to Seattle, and when I got down there, it was about 15 minutes. The fella, he takes a look in my eyes, and he says, you ever had any blindness in your family? And I go, no. He says, well, you got it now. And then he explained to me that I have retinitis pigmentosa. Retinitis pigmentosa, of course, is a degenerative retinal disorder, and so the retina has been degenerating, and it took a big leap here just a couple of years ago. I had a stem cell transplant, and when that happened, it kind of shocked my whole system. And the field of view, which I don't know if you know retinitis pigmentosa, it's tunnel vision. Okay. So I just see this little narrow spots. So as I got diagnosed that of retinitis pigmentosa, and things started to really deteriorate, and not just my eyes, but my whole lifestyle started deteriorating. I lost my license, and a couple friends started asking me, said, well, Bryan, since retinitis pigmentosa is a one-way street, and you will eventually be 100% lights out, what do you want to do? And I said, I've always wanted to go to Antarctica. And I think it was really a ploy. I think they thought, hey, this is a good way to get rid of it. A huge amount of people in Wasilla had all got together, unbeknownst to me. My family had an awful lot to do with it. They were kind of coordinating a lot of this. And I was thinking, well, they're not here to listen to me play. Only people that listen to me play are people that are really desperate. And but as the night wore on playing, one of my friends got up and started making a little speech, and they presented me with a ticket to Antarctica.
Oh, that was a one-way ticket?
Well, that's what I thought.
We tried,
and
we got too much money.
Yeah, they got too much money, so unfortunately it was enough for me to come back home. This was a gift from the community that I live in. I'm legally blind and rapidly losing the rest of my eyesight. And this was something that I wanted to see before the lights are completely out. Really got to have quite an experience, and it was all my friends and all the people of Wasilla that put this together, and it's quite an adventure. It's something I'll never be able to thank everybody enough for what had happened in that experience.
How's he going to handle it? But he's pretty well stepped up to the plate to do it, I think.
Well, Bryan, we're there for you, but not more than that. You're an inspiration, buddy. We love you.
I mean, Bryan's the most outgoing person I've ever met. So with most people, I would say, yeah, it dramatically changed his life. I just don't see that with Bryan. He goes places. He doesn't stay home. You know, when he wants to do something, he just figures it out and does it.
He's just a great guy to be with, and like I said, we've known each other for 30 years or somewhere in there, and I knew him before he lost his sight, and we have a lot in common. We all have golden retrievers. I saw his eyesight starting to fail him, and it kept moving on, and I think we became a little closer through that, and I always said I'd try to stick with him through all of it.
Some of the pranks he does, and getting other people in trouble.
Exactly. She finally told the truth.
Yay!
Joy is found in the faces of those you help. What kind of knothead would say something like that?
Well, Bryan is, to be pretty serious about it, he's pretty well known in Alaska, and especially in the town of Westfield and in the Valley area. And I have to say he's pretty well loved. He's got a lot of great friends. We tease each other a lot, but he knows, you know, I'll do anything for him and help him out. And yeah, it was hard to give it up, independence, and he doesn't like asking for help and asking for rides. And luckily we have a great bunch of friends, and folks do help him out. I'm Regular Bob of the Carhart Brothers.
I'm Banjo Bob of the Carhart Brothers. I'm Jim Bob of the Carhart Brothers. And our backup singer, Bob the Dog. Playing music kind of for money since I was about 18, 17. Playing this goofball band called the Carhart Brothers. It's a great band. It's a great out for me, and something that no matter how bad my vision is, I can still keep playing, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It's one of my highlights of my life to play.
Well, why do I hang out? Mostly because of Bob the dog. I just never seen a better dog. And if the only way I get to see Bob the dog is by hanging out with Banjo Bob there, then by golly, I guess that's what I got to do.
But in order to qualify for a guide dog, there has to be a lot of training on the recipient's part, which would be me, and that's kind of why. That is why I went to the center. Is that I needed to have the skills for orientation and mobility, and in order for those skills to happen, that's not something you can do on your own. So I did learn a lot about cane travel, and I spent a month there at the center. For my lifestyle, independence is a huge thing. This has made me a lot more independent. I feel the center has helped me obtain that part of independence. Being out here, I mean, I lost everything. I did guiding out here with fishermen. I ran my boats up and down, way up the Deshka, and that's been all that's been the fun. That's been built this place, and then for that all of a sudden to go away leaves you pretty empty. When stuff like this happens, there's a lot of emotional toll, and I understand when somebody loses it and starts, they turn to drugs, they turn to beer, But other things, and they go down a really ugly path. And I still have my fits of, woe is me, and maybe I'm just going to take a little dive off the bank here and go swimming. But I get over it and keep plodding along and finding different things to keep me motivated. Out here is a complete challenge, and actually that's part of it, is stumbling my way around the woods here and doing crazy things, but it gives me something to do. And it ain't easy, but it can be overcome.